Ardie, tough loss there, mate, but just talk us through, I guess, the effort of the boys. That really shone through in the fact that you were down early and you really rallied, and there was a lot of times there where you got unlucky, but then you really kept going. What does that say about, I guess, the grit, the determination?
Yeah, the boys, we've got some fight in us. We just need to stop putting ourselves in that position and give us better chances to win the game. When you give 21 points in 10 minutes, which is a testament to the Reds and how they play, it's always going to be an uphill battle. But I'm also proud of the men on finding a way to get within 6 or within 8. We applied pressure a lot of the times, but yeah, we just need to be more clinical in more moments.
What do you think was the difference, I guess, especially in that first 20 to 40 minutes of the game? It's a really good goal line defense from the Reds, to be fair, but what did you see out there that you felt?
I think we spent a lot of time in their 22. And they had a man down, and I think we just got to be smart in how we use the ball and convert the points. We got 3 leading into the half, but I believe we could have got 7. But that's again, the Reds' defense and their grit. It's a testament to them. But would ideally love 7 points, but just have to look at that and take the lessons, I guess. Sorry, when was that?
So just across the game with the 3 yellow cards, so about half an hour worth of 14 men.
Yep.
How did you guys feel? You reflect on how you approached that overlap that you had?
Fraser was off, so we went to scrum to back our scrum. Probably didn't get the results that we wanted from that. Hunter was off. So yeah, that's something that us leaders can be better in how we manage that. But we did get some fruit from that, but I reckon we could have capitalised it more.
How'd you find that opposite number match up with Fraser? You think he had a hand in 4 tries and scored 1 himself? What did you make of watching him from afar and coming up against him? As a player, you want to go against the best, and Fraser's obviously been real class the last couple of years. But it's just it's another game that you're playing against top quality players, even with Harry, and they just got the better of us this game.
Coach, a real highlight for you tonight was your winger Kyron. Can you just speak on Kyron and just he was a real difference maker tonight. Scored a try, just very energetic, boundless energy. Just describe what you've seen from him as a 21-year-old trying to make his way into rugby.
Oh yeah, exactly. He came onto the scene last year for us, as a young man, and he's just taken his opportunities as they've come. He had a really good pre-season, which has seen him get the last couple of starts. Like you said, he's a good kid in terms of he knows what he wants. We talk a lot about being a professional, and getting those habits and behaviours that you need to be professional, and he's got those, and you're just seeing the result of his preparation. And I think on attack he loves the ball in the air. And obviously he's quick, and he likes to take people on. He's not scared, and he's got good courage around that. So look, he's benefiting from some of the stuff that we've been working on. Yet there's still a bit of work in him as well, but for a young man, he can only go forward from here.
What sort of improvement have you seen from him? Obviously, you said he was blooded last year as a young player, but he's had a year now to sort of get ready for the next season. Have you seen improvement in his game, and what areas have you seen that improvement?
Yeah, definitely. As you said, his courage to go up and get the high ball. He loves that now. He's learning around systems. And especially around the defensive side he's getting there. He's getting there. But you can't not see the fact of the talent that he has. And as a young man, he's just got to keep working.
On that same topic, You've been around some great wingers in that time. He's a really exciting young outside back coming through. In this, in the year you've had with him, where do you see sort of his ceiling? Obviously, we don't want to give him too much pressure or anything, but you've had a really good glimpse of what he's capable of. Where do you think he can really blossom and be in this code?
I think T's mentioned it. Like you obviously saw what he's capable of today, and the beautiful thing with Kai is that I reckon he's not at his full potential just yet. He's got way more to go, and that will come with time and experience. And I think that's just a testament to himself. It's very often you get 21-year-olds that like soak up the information, want to learn, train hard and prep well, but you see that in Kai. So I think he's flourishing now, but I think with time too, you're going to see even more from him.
Is there anything you've seen from him in training from when he first came into the squad that turned your head and made you go wow, or made you realise him? Was it ever a moment or a thing you can recount that made you go wow?
I remember last year when he first came in for Moana. I kept my eye when I was in Japan watching Moana and just seeing him carry the ball and how he was in the air. I think he was quite exciting, and then seeing him, be the winger the last two games has been awesome to see.
He obviously played a couple of games with Tonga last year. Has he ever mentioned to you, because obviously he was born in New Zealand, has he ever mentioned to you anything about whether he wanted to be an All Black any time in his career?
Nah, I think he's English. He told me he wanted to play for England.
England?
Yeah, so he's English Tongan, so... No, I'm taking this, sorry. No.
Tana, I guess there were times last year where you might have wanted to be on the field, you've always wanted to play and never hang up the boots. What's it mean to have a player like Ardie on the field to give that confidence and that direction to young players? What have you seen in terms of the difference with Ardie?
Oh, look, again, the calibre of the man here to my right is, it's been talked about, written about, and passed down through folklore around his abilities. Yet, when you're actually in the same team as him and you see the players respond to, who he is through his actions, and what he says. And that's what we've probably needed in terms of some leadership with, and like I talked about Kyron and what he's learning. Who best to learn off than one of the best, if not the best, player in the world. And that's also part of what Ardie brings, but he also you see him play. He gives us heart every time, and that's what you want to see as from a leader. Someone that just is just relentless in terms of how much they want to serve this group. The players see that they can thrive from it, and I think for us there's some learnings to be had around just our preparation. We had a short week. There was a few things happening, and there's something for myself to learn from and learn from these young guys, and what kind of how we can get better at what I've just said around the preparation side of it. They love to play. You saw that, and you've seen it in the last 2 weeks. But we just can't play half a game. We've got to make sure that we play both halves and both sides of the ball.
Ardie, how has been for you the transition from an established franchise, the Hurricanes, to a young franchise like the Moana Pasifika, and the fact that a lot still has to be built around that? Is it something is that the thing that motivated you?
I think that the thing that drew me to Moana was the people, and you play in New Zealand, you connect to a franchise, where with Moana you're connecting to a whole group of people that's bigger than yourself, and T will understand because he's been through it, but just the fact that you're playing for people of Samoa, people of Tonga, whether you live in New Zealand, Australia, Samoa, Tonga, wherever, I think that that really gets the heart pumping, and you feel something that's more than you. So that's really unique in our way. It's just now, like T said, just around being real clinical in moments and games, and using that energy, using that fire that we have
in the right areas and being able to be clinical for many, many moments in the game, and not just if we're down by 21, you know, we can score points from anywhere and come within 6. So, you know, that's something, you know, I need to be better in and help drive with the boys. But yeah, we love the energy and the spirit in the team. It's just now transferring that into rugby moments and being better.
And Tana, this question is a little bit outside Super Rugby. Samoa had issues with the Rugby Federation. How do the young players, will they play for Samoa? Will Samoa have a national team soon?
Well, that's a good question. I can't really answer that for you, but I know, you know, through Moana and, you know, the people involved, we want them to have a team. We want Tonga to have a team. And you know, it's part of our job to make sure that we're developing players for those teams. And oh, look, I don't think Samoa or Tonga won't have a team. You know, I'm sure they'll sort it out. But that's outside our brief. You know, that's but we've got passionate players that have played for both those nations, and you know, we've got to keep building them so we can build those national sides. You know, once they deal with their issues and what they're going through, then you know the players will be ready, I'm sure.
Because we don't necessarily want to see them being filtered by all the countries, and they're going to play for Samoa and then they play for whatever nation.
Yeah, look, it's the modern times now, isn't it? You know, that's probably the one of the big exports of the Pacific nations is the players. So, yeah, it would be great if they could play for them for Samoa and Tonga. But again, you know, that's what professional sports is, looking for opportunities.
That's great. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you
Thanks,
very
team.
much.
Thank you.
Thanks, Simon.
Cheers.